We hope your experience is fruitful. Please feel free to visit our website to find out how you can join our growing family. While we are loading your experience, please do us a quick favor and hit that like button from whichever platform you're watching or listening on. Also, share so others may enjoy as well. And we hope you would consider hitting that subscribe or follow button so you can check out more of our amazing content. All right, let's start the show. Oh, sorry. every time. What is going on, Mavericks? We are back with another episode of The Unusual Mavericks.
Hey, everybody.
Joined by the handsome, I'm your host, Kwame, and moderator. Joined by the handsome and melanin proficient and bearded one, Just Dominic. I got the song out here, so it's playing in the background. We can
good.
Yes. What's going on, y'all? What's going on, Michaela? How you doing, Queen? Thank you for joining on in. Yes, do us a quick favor. Hit that like button while you're in here. Go ahead and do that so it can go ahead and help the algorithm, and share. You can share to wherever you want. You can share to yourself, share to your mammy, your pappy, your brother, your sister, your cousins, everybody, la-da-da. Go ahead and just do it one good time. We appreciate you. Hey, Style by Stevie. What's up, Queen? How you doing?
Stevie.
Shout out to Style by Stevie. I was watching her on her live on Instagram the other day. I'm sorry I couldn't go back into your second live. I was in the middle of a meeting, so I had a little bit of break time, so I wanted to check you out. But I will be checking in on your stuff more often, Queen. Thanks for coming through. Dr. Hoult is in the building. What is up, King?
Dr. Hoult,
one of the best mods up in these YouTube streets. Appreciate you, King, for covering us. Yes. I think that it's gonna be it for this here. I have it here. There we go. All right, cool. I'm doing wonderful. Yes, you are doing wonderful. You look good, Queen. When I saw you yesterday, I was like, yes, come on, big hair. Coming through. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into some things here. We have a lot to talk about. We have a lot to talk about. Like when I say a lot. So today we're going to be talking about who is Keith David. For some of you, you may know who he is from Greenleaf and probably other movies, but he has done so much more, and he has made a major impact in the Blerd world, specifically the Black Nerd world, as well as just overall Marvel, DC, everything la-di-da-di. So you guys want to just tune in for that. But before we do, we have to get into what we call the Maverick Alert. Check it out. Y'all, we have some breaking news. It's a lot going on today. First up, if you have not heard yet, I don't even have my notes up. Hold on, pull it up. There we go. All right, pull it up here. So if you guys have not heard, there is we've been complaining to Marvel, and they must have been listening to us, but we've been complaining to Marvel about all of the BS that they've been having as far as, taking away our Black Panther, not, giving him a proper transition. As far as who's going to take on the next mantle. They've taken away a lot of other spin-offs that were supposed to be for Black Panther, and just kind of like that whole universe that was supposed to be being built around it has been really kind of not there. So we're complaining about that, but they have just announced that Eyes of Wakanda, the animated series, was announced by at Marvel Studios. A Black Panther animated series is in the works at Marvel Studios entitled Eyes of Wakanda. The new project will reboot Black Panther within the MCU and was teased on Monday night by Marvel executive brand Winderbaum. Forgive me if I'm mispronouncing his name. Winderbaum at an event to promote the second season of the studio's inaugural animated series, What If? Now, the question is, will the character Storm be seen in this series? Throughout Wakandan history, brave warriors have been tasked to travel the world retrieving dangerous vibranium artifacts. This is their story, reads the official login. Per Marvel, the studio has been developing multiple series set in Wakanda with Black Panther director Ryan Coogler. And a source tells Variety Coogler will also be involved in the forthcoming animated project. Coogler is currently under a multi-year overall TV deal with the Walt Disney Company through his Proximity Media banner. So this is very, 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 very interesting. I am looking forward to this. This may be a redeeming situation for Marvel as far as the Black nerds are concerned. What do you thought?
I totally agree with this. This is whoever thought this idea, which could be Coogler actually, who could have thought about, okay, Spider-Man is now a multiverse character. We've introduced the entire multiverse through Spider-Man, the animated series. Those movies are making Marvel a bag, as well as they are showing doppelgangers to Wolverine and Professor X, and the X-Men are clearly coming into the universe as well. But we know that it's not the Fox version of X-Men. This is a new version. So we know that there is a multiverse. So I have been saying this since the beginning, been stumping since they decided to kind of cancel this in as a live action series, to say, what about the multiverse? We understand the actor passed away. We love him. He's a beloved actor. But the character T'Challa in Black Panther deserves the spotlight right now. And we're not giving it to him. And so I'm really happy to hear that they are going animation, and there's a lot of spin-off ideas within the animated universe. Marvel doesn't have a robust animated universe. DC does. So this is a fantastic opportunity to really spread their wings. That's what I think.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. Style by Stevie says, I wonder what it's gonna be like in the future for Marvel. I wonder too, because I feel like, and it's a very good question, Style by Stevie, for real, because I feel like we've been kind of in this like limbo with Marvel right now, because they're pulling back a lot of content. They are canceling a lot of stuff. They are rearranging. They're shifting things or whatever. But I don't know. This is the first time that we've heard about something as far as the shows that we are concerned about and the characters that we're concerned about, like Storm, like like Black Panther, like even Blade. We are hearing bits and pieces of different things, and everything is really focusing on the Avengers and those type of characters, not our characters. And so this is the first time that, especially, that Black Panther really gave Marvel a huge boost, as far as like they're the only ones that have been nominated for an Oscar, and so I just felt like prior to this, it was just a slap in the face to not only the fans of Black Panther, but of the just Black nerds period, that they weren't giving us anything or letting us know that they're going to continue on stuff. All we kept seeing was cancellation after cancellation after cancellation of stuff. And I know that, and you and I know, because we have been in production and we work in production and stuff like that, we know that sometimes you can't tell everything that's going on, right? You have to just do what you got to do and plan out. But at the same time, these are multi-million-dollar, if not billion-dollar industries and companies that have the ability to have really large PR firms and PR. And this is not just for Marvel, this is for DC too. Optics are everything, right? And so the more you sit there and you put out, or you don't put out, information for us, and we don't know as fans what's happening with some of our favorite characters, especially it looks a certain way. We already are looking at you sideways because of the way that you don't give us a proper Storm, right? Or a Storm situation. You don't give us any Vixen, even though that there's rumors about it, but you don't go into our Black characters the way that we would like you to. It already took us so long to get Black characters, and now we're having the opportunity to have like cinematic universes. We're not seeing them. So the fact that that we're waiting this long to get this, or to even tell us about this, it's kind of, it makes me nervous, but it's like at the same time, it's also a sigh of relief. So, because I'm like, okay, we're getting something. But I'm also tired of feeling like we're just getting something just to appease us or to shut us up. Does that make sense? Am I making sense? I know I'm rambling.
Well, I mean, I understand what you're saying, but I disagree with what you're saying.
Okay.
Because we reported just a couple of weeks ago that the MCU was going to go through a soft reboot. Remember, Kevin Feige and the studio said that. So the PR firms, those press releases were out there, and we reported on it just 2 weeks ago. So to get a further update 2 weeks later, I think is really good for a company of that size. So they're showing us the things that they are doing a soft reboot on. So they are communicating very well. They also said that Wesley Snipes, remember we reported, will be reprising his role as Blade, as well as Ali. Mahershala Ali will still be. So we're going to get 2 different versions of Blade within the next 3 years. We're getting Black Panther back now, and Wakanda, though it's animated. I guarantee a lot of the voice actors are going to come back. Watch. So
that's fine, but in addition to all of that, what you're saying, to your point, where I have to push back a little, because like I said, optics are everything. We did report on those things, but then we heard, I think it was like last week, actually it was last week, when we talked about and reported on the gentleman that or the guy that is owning majority of Walt Disney shares, and he does not want to have these characters, specifically the black characters like Storm and Black Panther and even Blade. He was the one that fought against Blade. You know what I'm saying? So when we hear those things, it causes stress for black nerds, and even not even just black nerds. That was reported everywhere on all of the Marvel and DC vloggers. You know what I'm saying? So they were all talking about it. So it's not. I just want not only Marvel, specifically Marvel right now, because we're talking about them, but not only Marvel, but DC and a lot of other studios. I know that there's a lot that they have to contend with. We're not in the rooms with them. I understand that, but the fans deserve to if you want us to go to the movies, if you want us to support these movies, if you want, because all we hear, like the whole Aquaman situation, which we'll get into later, the whole Aquaman situation, it should have been a knockout, drag out, no problem. One of the biggest movies that anticipated movies in a long time. Yet there's been diminished excitement for it because of Amber Heard and their drama. Now I know that's not the studio's fault, but again, these are things that like PR teams should be worrying about. These are things that PR teams should be focusing on, and talking to us and communicating with us a little bit. But I hear what you're saying. I'm not gonna, say it's all their fault, that they're horrible and that they're, terrible, and I'm never gonna see it. I'm excited about that. I'm very excited
really
about
it. It's really not at all. As a producer, you can't disclose information right away.
Yeah,
you have to have some buildup. So I really disagree with what you're saying. I think that they are listening and giving us what we want. We're saying we're not going to the movies. So they're putting this on the streaming platform. No. So it's like, what are you complaining about? And animation takes a very long time to develop. So
I'm not saying that.
But just please hear me out. To get a script, studios work, to get a budget, to get investors. To move this quickly within a short amount of time is impressive to me, because it's not something that you just do.
Well, I don't believe that this was done overnight. I think that they were working on this for a while.
Correct. That's my point. This stuff can't be done overnight.
Right, but what I mean by that is working at it for a while. It's what I'm saying is this was already. I believe that this was already in the stuff
works?
In the works of being shot out anyway, but because they were pulling everything back and all of the backlash, they're like, we have to give them something. We can't let them, that's what I believe, because you can't just come, hey kids, what's up, King? You can't just come out of nowhere with this, especially with like animated situations. So I agree with you on that part.
And with all the departments and department heads and the politics and this,
we gotta send this back to
correct. So that's why I think that they are moving at a very quick pace for a company of their size. Well, I'm happy to see this.
Yeah,
this is
I'm
great
very
news.
happy to
So
see this.
I just want to see the silver lining and celebrate a silver lining, because this is they say is a seed, and there are going to be spin-off Wakanda series based upon this. So I'm really excited to hear this. This is a whole tree that this is gonna be wonderful.
Okay. Well, this is why Dominic gets invited to the Marvel and DC
Glass is
parties.
half full for me.
I'm always keeping an eye on them because they be weird. But
Oh
anyway,
yes, that's why we don't want that guy to gain power. He doesn't have power over what's going on day to day. So he's not a part of the business. He's just an investor.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't like him, but we just money bag, stay quiet, just stay over there and do your
right.
Go play.
All right. Well, looking forward to Eyes of Wakanda. Definitely want to see what's going on with that. Hopefully, it's not a snooze fest like they did with the other anime. But if Ryan Coogler is involved, I think it's going to be pretty decent. We'll see how it goes. Next up, X-Men 97. So X-Men 97, Marvel Studios reveals X-Men 97 and Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man release window is on Disney Plus. So the long-awaited X-Men Return and renamed Spider-Man series are coming in 2024, which is really, really dope. Marvel Studios 2024 slate is growing by 3 through the studios pushed all its film, though the studios pushed all its films to 2025 and reduced 2024 to just Deadpool 3. The Ryan Reynolds vehicle will be joined by a slew of animated series releasing on Disney Plus. Monday, Marvel Studios Animation announced both X-Men 97 and Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man will be released in 2024, alongside a previously unannounced animated series titled Eyes of Wakanda. So that's going to be really, really cool. So we're not getting nothing, we're getting some stuff during 2024, which I'm really happy about because
that means we could get Angela Bassett back as well. I mean, like everybody.
Okay.
So this is a wonderful thing. Cupcake. So this is a wonderful thing to me to see that this universe, and according to the synopsis that Marvel Studios released concerning X-Men 97, it is going to be a heavy storm season. Heavy storm season. So we're going to get our storm fix just in this way. Of course, we want to push for live action, and I totally agree. I'm not fighting against that at all.
Yes.
But right now they see like, oh, you guys are really making us a lot of money on all these animated Miles Morales movies and all. Right. That's what, yeah. So we gotta support it, or we may not get the other.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna support X-Men 97 because
I want to see Storm again too. Yeah.
I still watch the old X-Men cartoons. Like, I mean, the graphics are horrible.
We about this, and the new series is coming back with the same horrible graphics. It's gonna be amazing.
I'm still gonna watch it.
Well, it's nostalgia.
It's nostalgia, right?
Yeah. Exactly. See, look, here are the new graphics. So it's very close.
Very close.
Look at Storm with her haircut, girl.
Come on. Well, she's always had that kind of that swoop towards the end, especially towards the end of the show.
Oh yeah.
Right. It's about time, Michaela. Absolutely. It's about time. All right, y'all. Well, that's all of the breaking news that we got here for the the Maverick alert. Let's get into some Blerd news right on in here, shall we? Yes.
Take a sip of water.
Ooh. Rest my nerves, Lord. Rest my nerves. All right. So, as you know, Blerd News is all about Marvel and DC inside stuff, okay? We're going to start out with Marvel. And first up, we have the update from Jonathan Majors. As you know, we've been covering Jonathan Majors very heavily because he was the Kang, the Conqueror of the Marvel Universe. So they have recently announced that they're going to be moving away from Kang, which I'm really, really ticked off about. But
no, they're still doing Kang. They're still doing Kang. They are recasting the part.
They're recasting him. So forgive me. But thank you for that. But there has been a update. Hold on. People's acting. All right, so there has been new video released this past Wednesday, yesterday, from Jonathan Majors' Manhattan domestic assault, or DA, trial shows the Marvel actor's then girlfriend chasing him down several city streets after what prosecutors say was a violent March encounter. inside the back seat of a car service. The surveillance footage played for jurors in Manhattan Criminal Court shows Majors, 34, lifting up his ex-girlfriend, Grace Jabari, who was 30 years old, and shoving her away from him several times back inside a black Cadillac Escalade after it pulled over in Chinatown. The unstable Jabari eventually follows Majors out of the SUV, attacking and chasing him to the corner of Century and Canal Streets, where he extends his arms to push her away from him before sprinting off. Majors has pleaded not guilty to misdemeanor assault and harassment charges, with his lawyers arguing that Jabari was the aggressor. The encounter reveals her aggressive actions and is a major blow to her case. Now, let me tell you something about this little Wendigo, okay? Okay. Well, actually, I told Dominic that I was going to let Dominic talk first because I'm going to go in. Would you like to say anything before?
Sure. Yes. I think a picture is worth 1,000 words. Mm-hmm. And here we got a long, extended video of her behaving. She was hysterical. She kept charging and clawing and all of this stuff towards him and all of this, and he kept pushing her away to the point where he's fleeing on foot down the street. And so, yes, he confessed to the fact that, yes, I grabbed her and I pushed her away. So now it is perfectly clear. And she has a record. People don't know this, but she has a record of doing this with her ex over in London.
Yes. She's an international crazy.
Yeah, so this is not her first run-in with being Fatal Attraction cray-cray. So she got chased out of London, and now she over here doing the same. Look at her.
Crazy. Now, let's go ahead and show. We've broken it up into clips now. For those who have watched my show this morning for Morning Vibes, I showed a piece of this, but this is all of the other. This is different clips, and we're going to take you down memory dang-on lane of what allegedly occurred during the night of this particular incident. Shall we? Shall we go down memory lane?
Yes, please.
Let's start with the first part. Let's start when the car rolled up and pulled over, and this you can actually see him trying to put her back in the car. Okay. So she's being put back in the car. He's trying to get out. He's walking away. She's holding on to him, trying to grab him, whatever. You can see over on the side right here that he tried to grab away from her, tried to push her away, and then she starts chasing him. Okay. So next up, we hear where he's literally running like a track star, just jogging, and she is chasing after him in whatever kitten heels she has on. Okay. Like, she can't keep up with him. He is a trained man. Okay, you could tell from his body.
He did that.
That's another conversation. Hello. But yeah. So several blocks. Now listen. These are New York, Manhattan, New York blocks. Okay, wherever you are from, I want you to take 2 of your blocks, three of your blocks, and put it and make it a one Manhattan block. That is how long these blocks are, okay, in Manhattan. There are about 3 or 4 normal or what is typical blocks. So look, you can tell she got tired. She's tired right now, okay? She's tired.
And she's plotting.
She's plotting, okay? Then you see over here where she to the people on the side, you know how that goes. She's crying, sending the white woman tears and doing what she does. Okay? I'm sorry, it's okay. And then that's going on, right? So now, after all this, before I get into this, after all this, he left, right? This is when he left.
Couldn't even get into his home.
He left. No, he didn't even go back to it because he left his home and he let her stay in his home, okay? And then he went to a hotel. You could tell he was tired. Look at his face. And she's still chasing him. Because you're crazy, girl. So he went to a hotel, slept a night in a hotel. When he came back, he saw her on the floor. He calls the police. Okay? He calls the police. It's a picture of him with the police or whatever. Have a conversation, this or whatever. Here's her behind on the floor. Okay? So
he
they
moved
going
on with Megan
upstairs.
Good. Yes, he did.
Right. Right. So this is the police officer, and this is the video cam. He's freaked out. Now, I don't know if you guys have heard. I listened to the actual. We can't play it right now. We'll probably put it in Patreon. We'll probably do a special on Patreon and let you guys hear the it's out there. But I have commentary that I can't do on here because the show's going to be on Bullet and Plight. Yeah, it's a nice little penthouse. One of his penthouses, right? Nice. And so he's going up there. He's climbing up there, whatever. And here she is on the corner. All right, wait, we're going into the bathroom. This is the master now. We're going into the master. We swoop around. Then here she is, falling, and like she just had like she was slain in the spirit. And you could tell by his face that he looks like worried, like upset. After all that she did, he's still worried about your raggedy behind. Even though he's like, I'm done with you, girl.
She did. Where's her blood? She said that he broke her finger. Where's her broken hands?
Said that he beat her.
Where are her bruises? Anybody who's light skinned are going to show bruises pretty much right away. So where from her thighs?
Oh, now she wants to shake and cry. Girl, get up.
She said she had blood running down the back of her neck and her finger was broken. And look at her holding her fingers, her hands. If you have I have broken my finger. You cannot do this with a freshly broken finger.
Not Dr. Hoult said electric chair. That was a little violent, sir.
Child, she better be happy Megan Good didn't come over there and throw her out.
Child, listen. Okay? Because you want to talk about a queen. Okay? Dr. Hoult said, I mean, I've been to New York, and those are some long blocks for real.
Right?
A cab ride seems like eternity. For real, though.
Yes.
Throw them tomatoes, Cupcake. Throw them tomatoes at her.
I'm glad Megan is holding him down, and because she could choose to step away from this because it could not be good for her career. Who knows what her management or agents are saying to her?
Cupcake should have been either a detective.
You cannot touch a broken
Cupcake
finger.
either should have been a detective or a lawyer, for real, because that is exactly true. Cupcake. Cupcake says you can't touch a broken finger.
I broke my finger. I know you cannot do what she's doing right now.
And I couldn't touch it. I've never broken any of my I don't.
I have. I can't even straighten it out back. So it's never been the same since I broke it, and they reset it. They may need to reset it again anyway. So yes, this whole thing, baby.
This nobody needs to go home. Go home, girl. Go back across the sea.
But look at what the power of her privilege has been able to do to him. She told him allegedly she was going to destroy his career.
Yes.
And he has no career anymore.
Yep.
So you better hold on to Miss Megan Good, honey, because she is really standing by her man.
Broken finger. Wow.
Yep.
My God, and today. So we called the fraud alert on you, girl. You're a deceiver. A Wendigo.
She looks thirsty in this picture.
But we're going to continue to pray for you, baby. Don't worry about it. We got your back and your arms and your chest and your abs and your arms.
Lord have mercy.
My God, on today. That's a man. We're going to pray for you, brother. Don't worry about it. We got you. Okay?
Him and Megan Good look good together, too.
They look good. I would like him to sit next
to me.
Look good with me. I think that would be, but you can sit next to me, baby. We can have a conversation. I'll pray for you. Give me some times with offerings. Pray
I don't think Megan is going to let that happen. Now, we don't know Megan is not going to mess with you, honey. She's not going to toy around.
I got you, sis. Sharing is caring. I promise you. He will never want to you. Hold on. Wait a minute. The infamous, the king himself, Malik Corbin is in the house. He said she chases him around the Metropolitan. It's like Batman did the Joker.
Wow, that was crazy.
I mean, for real though. I do need a mop, Michaela. I do. It's a hey, Kwame. Yes. Listen, I just think that she should be. I think. Don't worry about it, Megan. I got Jonathan for you. Don't worry about it. I think that this fraud, that this trollop, that this thing should be put in the middle of a field and stoned. Okay, like nobody's. I'm just joking. This is just for commentary purposes. I'm not Pyro Media does not promote
And did you
violence.
see when Megan walked in with him? She had her hair freshly twisted. The girl was beat. Megan is a gorgeous queen.
Has been that girl. Okay, you could never be Jabari.
Nope, sorry, girl. You look like an extra, a seat
You're
filler.
so good. He deserves. Okay, he deserves. But Jonathan, if you need to have a conversation with me, I think you and I should meet.
Dr. Hoult.
I can give you a personal introductory consultation, and we can see what we can do for you, sir. You don't need to worry about it. Okay, we got you. We're here to protect. And Megan, don't worry. I will make sure that he is protected. We're gonna protect him, his arms, his chest, his abs, his hairline.
You're gonna have half a black Twitter gonna come after you. You mess with Megan. I just gonna pray for you.
My God, on today. All right, let's move on. All right, it's turned into a different show. We'll save that for after dark. All right, let's go ahead and talk about another trollop. Okay.
We're not talking about you, are we?
No, we're not talking about. Don't go there.
Oh, okay.
I am a good Christian woman.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we're gonna head over to the DC streets and talk about another trollop. This one. You want to tell us what's going on with Amber Heard?
Well, late last week, I think it was Friday, there was a story that came out, but it really didn't gain any traction. That she was really upset over the new trailer, the final trailer of Aquaman 2. That only showed the back of her head for a nanosecond. You barely see her in this trailer.
We didn't care about her. That's what it is. Yep.
And she just really feels disrespected because she did a lot of hard work. She was there. She showed up. She was there before, according to her, before Jason Momoa showed up. She was there on time, ready to work, and had to wait for him. Of course, the entire production company confirmed that is a massive lie, and she was the diva. So it's really interesting that she's been reduced from the film, but if the trailer is any indication of how much she's been taken out of the film, I'm actually really excited to see that this movie feels and looks like an actual comic book of Aquaman, Orm, and Black Manta. That's what you want to see.
Yes. That's all we care about. We want to see this. This is what we want to see. We don't want to see you, Amber. Right, Cupcake? We do not care, Amber. Sit your ugly behind down. You always got something to say, Amber. Just listen. Let me tell you something. You tried it with Johnny Depp. You ain't gonna try it with Jason Momoa.
No, he's not playing with her.
We don't like you, Amber.
Even Lisa Bonet spoke up about this and was like, "No, she's full of it."
And this is
that says a lot.
This is one of the first times that me and Lisa will stand together on this. We don't like you, Amber.
Cupcake, pray for him.
Believe in 2023 or so. Right. We need to leave. One thing we need to leave in 2023 is these snow bunnies. Leave these snow bunnies alone. My kings, my brothers. Leave these white girls alone. Trust me, been there, done that.
And like I say, Jonathan better stand by Megan because he is standing by him.
Oh, Jonathan better make sure that he is kissing the ground that she is walking over.
Seriously,
she didn't have to say she has things that she got things that she got going on.
She signed with Warner Brother Discovery, so she's good.
But what I'm saying is she got things going on. She could be getting blackballed just like he could, and she's risking it all. That's the thing right there. But leave it to a black woman to pick up the mess of a white woman stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying all white women, so don't y'all who are listening on Bullet and Flight or wherever else, don't get all crazy. I'm just saying there's some mess going on.
And that
I don't like you, Amber Heard, and I don't
white
like
people,
you, Grace Jabari.
White people, if you're listening, you do know that some of your kind can really act the fool. You do know that. You know that. We all know that. I mean, we all have kind that act the fool, but some of your folks can really cut up. So, don't no disrespect if that's not you, but you know who you are.
Right, that's the whole thing. I can't say what I want to say because this is not that type of show. Yeah, we'll save it for Patreon. Don't worry. Don't worry. We may have to do a Patreon special for the Unusual Mavericks because I have words. Hey, Jason, how you doing?
I can't wait to the Black Manta has a larger role. His role was expanded for this film, so it's really interesting.
And good for him. You see how God turns everything out for the good, for your greatest.
Right?
Good.
Yeah.
We thank God for it.
Yeah.
We got rid of the translucent one, and we brought in a black king to put in some stuff. I mean, do your thing, King. Fine ass.
Yeah, because what did he do before Aquaman? This is such a role for him.
He did something else. He did a couple of things, but this is
probably his
biggest roles.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
so I'm very proud of him.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, let me stop oogling and googling because that suit is wearing him right. But let's go ahead and get into the next thing. James Gunn confirms Nicholas Hoult as the Lex Luthor in Superman Legacy, different from anything you've seen before. The former Marvel actor is set to join previously announced David Corenswet. Forgive me if I'm mispronouncing his name, as Superman, and Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane. Forgive me.
Oh, I see where you are. Yes. Okay. Yes,
there's a new Lex Luthor in town after Entertainment Weekly confirmed weeks ago in November that Nicholas Hoult was in talks to star as the classic DC Comics villain in Superman Legacy. DC Studios co-head and the film's director, James Gunn, made the casting official. This is another blow to the MCU, leaving many fans disappointed. Hoult will not return as Beast from the X-Men within the MCU world. Let's see. It's already been confirmed that Sean Gunn and Dave Bautista have left Marvel and joined the newly formed DC Studios. Quote, "We went out to dinner last night and to celebrate and discuss how we can create a Lex that will be different from anything you've seen before and will never forget," end quote. Gunn wrote in a post on Threads, accompanied by a photo of the filmmaker with, I need to get on Threads more, accompanied with the photo by the filmmaker with Hoult. Gunn also added how, even though reports came out in the press weeks prior, Holt's casting, quote, "wasn't final until a couple of days ago, and I don't want to tell you all something that isn't certain." So that's good.
Yeah, that's pretty transparent because we do know contract negotiations could break down at the very last second. So to see that he's left the MCU, I thought he did a decent job as Beast, but he played in the reboot of X-Men. I don't know if you saw that, Dr. Hoult, but the rebooted X-Men.
No, they're laughing because his last name is Hoult, but it's spelled differently. It's H-O-U-L.
I wasn't read that.
He said, "Let me check the family tree." Yeah, y'all might be kids. You never know. It's like, that's your cousin. Y'all look alike. Yeah. Okay, same thing. I saw him in your family reunion photos. Now you know damn well. Y'all know.
Y'all cutting up.
Your cousin on Kwame said, No. Mm-mm.
Hilarious. Yeah, so this is really interesting to see because there's already talk that the actress who played Gamora in the movies, Guardians of the Galaxy, she's coming over. And there was also talk of, I think Vin Diesel is going to stay over at Marvel, but there was also talk about him coming over.
No, Vin Diesel's under Warner Brothers, though.
He is under. Oh, he can't. But he can't do DC. He may be Warner Brothers, but he can't do DC and Marvel. I don't believe he can. As Groot, I am Groot.
That's right. He's the voice of Groot. I completely forgot about that. Yes.
Yeah, and they're going to do more Guardians movies without James Gunn, so it's going to feel completely different.
Yeah, that's going to be weird. That's interesting.
It's going to be very odd.
Yeah. Well, Nicholas Hoult, congratulations. I'm interested to see how you're going to. I'm interested to see this entire movie, to be quite honest with you.
Oh, do you know what Gunn said? For those who watch Smallville, he said that Gunn said that he's a really big fan of how Michael Rosenbaum played Lex Luthor in the series, and he's gonna base his Lex Luthor off of that. It's inspired off of the Smallville Lex Luthor.
Okay. Oh, I like that. Smallville. The guy that played Smallville's Lex Luthor was really, really good.
Yeah,
he said I thought Vin Diesel was Groot. Guess I learned something today. See, yeah. I forgot that he was Groot. Because you don't see him, so you don't really think And all he says is "I am Groot," but he says it in a different inflection. So
just like Bradley Cooper, you don't see him; you just hear his voice as Rocket.
Yeah.
So they were talking about, well, is he coming over to DC too? But clearly, you can't do both.
Yeah. Well, speaking of voice actors and all of that stuff, we're going to be talking about our phenomenal and major voice actor in the game, Keith David, right after we get back from the commercial break. So y'all stay tuned. We're going to be... Oh, hold on one second. Oh, yes. We'll be right back after this. I just want to make sure everything was good to go on this. All right. We'll see you guys on the other side. Bye.
Step away from the chaos and noise of your daily life. Experience moments for yourself that are calm, serene, and full of peace. A necessary respite to foster growth within you, because self-care should be luxurious. Luxe Noir.
In a world filled with diversity, where radical faith and progressive believers come together, there's a place that's breaking all boundary and embracing believers from all walks of life. Bullet and Flight Radio, where believers unite, boundaries break, and love triumphs.
By popular demand. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you are just tuning in, do me a quick favor and hit that like button. Share if you haven't done so already. Even if you need to share it to yourself, that'll be great. Or you can go ahead and subscribe. Consider subscribing so you can go ahead and check out all of the other great content right here on Pyro Media Network. All right, y'all. It's time to get into some Maverick time. It's time to talk about some people. It's time to go ahead and share the love. And talk about the good people that has been, talking that has made some impact in the comic book world. So first up, let's talk about the series. This is the last show of the year, and I believe this is the last one in the series for the Maverick time. Am I correct?
For the now, year. Right? No, they're still reserved. There's still two more that I would like to do.
Yeah, for sure. We'll still talk about more. But for those who have not seen the other shows, just to give you a rundown of who we've talked about this year, we've talked about Halim Flowers. He was our first Maverick that we talked about. Phenomenal King, made major impact, brought back, made a major comeback for being falsely accused, and spent so much time in jail and lost so much time and became for years, and was able to turn his life around and bring some good. God turned it around for him. And we also have Afua Richardson. Shout out to that queen. We also have Matt Baker. Hey girl, how you doing? We also talked about Dr. Sheena Howard. Shout out to you, queen. And we also talked about Aletha Martinez. And we talked about the one, the only, the man with the plan, with the master plan, the Dwayne McDuffie, okay, major icon, and he is deeply missed, and wish he was still here to help out with DC and Marvel, but that's another conversation. Sanford Green we talked about as well. We also had a conversation about Natasha Bustos. Check that episode out, and also checked out this episode with Loiso Makizi. phenomenal information about this man. Did some really great things. Also, check out Robin Smith. And we talked about Jamal Campbell. Hey, Jamal, what's up, King? And we talked about Nyla Magruder, phenomenal queen over there. And we talked about animator Anthony Piper. And we talked also about Phil Lamar, voice actor. And we also talked about another phenomenal voice actor that some of you may have known from a different world, Cree Summer, a voice actress legend. Okay, y'all have no idea how many voices she has voiced, or how many characters she has voiced, and how much she has brought to the table. But someone else, if she is not the empress of voiceover acting, we have the emperor of voice acting. And today we are going to ask the question of, who is Keith David? Some of you may know him from Greenleaf. Some of you may know him from a lot of different movies, but Dominic is going to show you how much of a major impact he has had in the animated world. Dominic, go ahead.
I was like, hold up. That's my opening. So Keith David was born in June. Yeah, June, baby. June 4th, 1956 in Harlem, New York. Another New York.
Oh, New York.
That's right. He's an American actor, singer, and comedian. Noted for his... I had no idea he did improv and did improv voices, which led him to his career in voice animated work. But however, he is best known for his films such as The Chronicles of Riddick, The Princess and the Frog, and They Live, and of course the very popular series Greenleaf.
Yes.
He was the voice of Goliath in Gargoyles,
yes!
a very popular animated series in the 90s. And he also did some voice work for the video game Halo. And he also narrated the History Channel's 2003 documentary about comic book superheroes, Unmasked, chronicling the history and development of both DC and Marvel characters in the early years within the 20th century. Keith played Salamar, let me say his name correctly, in the Flash TV CW show. This season was the season number 2. It was and still is the best season, the most watched season, critically acclaimed season of that entire 9 series run. So between him and the guy who played Candyman, Tony Todd, they made that. It was unbelievable. He was also in Stargirl and played Mr. Bones. And if they had decided to make a 4th season, he was going to be a primary principal character in the 4th season. He was not Scar in The Lion King.
Right. I was like,
that was Jeremy Irons.
Yeah, I was like, that was somebody different. I was just about to look it up.
Yeah, that was Jeremy Irons. So let's go through his work then. So let's get to it. He is a Emmy-winning voiceover actor, okay, for his role in Justice League, the animated series, when he played in the 2-part episode. He played the character Despero.
Is connected or something.
I'm sorry. Say that again. You were breaking up.
Okay, there you go. No, your mic was messed up. We couldn't hear you. Go ahead and say what you were saying.
Me? Oh, okay. I said that he is a Emmy award-winning voiceover actor. He won an Emmy for his role in the Justice League series, animated series, where he played Despero in a 2-part episode. That episode actually is one of my favorite episodes of that. Yes, of that entire. I think it was the first season of that. He also played Spawn in the animated HBO series. Isn't that something? Which I didn't even know that. So many characters that he has played over his 40-year voice acting career. Not his just regular acting, but his voiceover career spans 4 decades now. Again, we went over that he played Goliath in Gargoyles. He played the Spawn in the animated series. He played Lumen Kane in Archer. He played the who else did he play? There's so many characters. He played oh god, so this is a video game. So he played a role as the Arbiter.
Oh yes. Oh yeah, the Arbiter. That's on Halo. Yeah,
that's on Halo 1, 2, and 3, and the Halo Master Chief Collection, and also in Halo 5. I didn't know that. Wow. So there's so much voice work here, guys. He's played in, as I said, Justice League. He has been a part of Adult Swim for years since its conception. He has, as I said, he's won an Emmy Award for his outstanding vocal performances. He has narrated the BBC documentaries about World War II Behind the Closed Doors.
Yeah.
He's also done voiceover work for PBS and won awards for The Ancient Refuge of the Holy Land in 2005, which also aired on the History Channel. But getting back to his comic book stuff, I put everything in here, but there was just so much. He played.
Yeah, we didn't go through it all, but yeah,
it's just like 40 years of work.
Absolutely.
So, Final Fantasy, the video game. He did the voice of Atlas from Teen Titans. He also played in Marvel and Spider-Man, and he did the voice of Vulture. So he's also gone from Marvel and DC as well. But he's really been a DC guy, looks like, for most of his career outside of Spawn, which was super popular, and Gargoyles.
So I'm putting in the chat his IMDb for those who want to go ahead and double check or see what's going on with it. We are also putting in the DC fandom. Yeah, I'm also putting in the DC fandom archive or record of him, so you guys can see what he's done in DC as well. So definitely go ahead and make sure you check him out and just kind of find out history. He is Black history, because I don't know of any other voiceover actors that has done that much. And at least for us, that has done that much voiceover work.
The Legend of Tarzan as well. This is just crazy.
It's insane. It's insane. So congratulations to you, and thank you, Keith David, for all that you have done, your work. I love watching. He's a phenomenal actor, number one. And just to find out that he's done things, I knew he was a voice actor. I knew he did a lot of stuff, but I didn't know he did the vastness. The research that you did, Dominic, was phenomenal. So you guys
he played the president of the United States in Rick and Morty.
Yes, actually, I wasn't a big fan of that, but I did hear about that part. That was I saw that when I was looking up something for Greenleaf when I was watching Greenleaf when it was in season. Because I think he did a Instagram post with the woman. What was it? The girl that played his daughter. She's now on Station 19, I think. Yeah, she's on Station 19.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they did something or whatever. They were doing some voiceover stuff or whatever work, and I saw that there was a credit for him in doing Rick and Morty as well, or somebody said that he did Rick and Morty as well. So he's been all over the place. So I'm surprised his net worth may be like, a lot. So not
I bet because these voiceover actors make bank. They make like well over $70 an hour for work like this, and it's wow.
Yeah, he is an estimated net worth of $5 million.
Okay.
All right. Well, you still a millionaire, honey.
I know that's right.
So handle your business.
That's Uncle Keith right there.
Okay. Hey, Unc.
He even narrated the Bible in 2013 for the History Channel. So he's
my God.
I would listen to him read the Bible.
I would listen to them read anything, to be quite honest with you.
Pretty much, just read just navigation system, whatever you want, sir.
Right. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. Thank you all of the Mavericks that came through. This is going to be the last I was going to say United Mavericks. The last Unusual Mavericks for 2023. But do not fret. If you are not on our Patreon, you may want to get into our Patreon as soon as possible because we have a lot of content for you guys coming in on there. It is patreon.com/Pyro Media. Again, that's patreon.com. I'll even put it in there. Patreon.com/Pyro Media. And you can go ahead and check that out. And it's only $5 a month, and you're going to get a whole bunch of content. There's going to be exclusive lives on there. So even though we're going to be off here on the main stage, with can you not hear me? You can't hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Now.
Oh,
You were breaking up.
Okay. Well, I don't know what's going on, but
making yourself laugh.
Oh, well, yes, but make sure you guys head over to patreon.com/Pyro Media, where even though we're not going to be on the main stage, we will be on doing some lives and some special gifts for you guys via Patreon. So you guys can go ahead and check it out. But I love you guys. Dominic loves you guys. We love you guys. So remember, yes, we love you guys. Thank you guys for rocking with us and checking out all of the information. I was learning just as much as you guys were as far as Keith David was concerned. So it's really good to try to kind of see all of the amazing Black content creators and content creation specialists out there, and voiceover actors, animators, directors, storytellers that have really impacted the Black nerd world, and even just overall. Just Marvel and DC. So we look forward to all of it. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. And it's been an honor to just rock with you guys throughout this year. And thanks for sticking with Dominic and I. We see you guys on the next one. Dominic, you got anything?
Well, yes, I want to say happy holidays, everybody. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, because you probably won't see me again until next year. I know you're going to see you on Friday, but be sure to tune in to Bullet and Flight Radio during the holidays.
Yes.
We're going to be playing Christmas music
Yes.
all day, no interruptions. Some of the best music. I mean, I think we have a 19-hour playlist. So it's going to really be good. And starting actually tomorrow, it's really going to take over from tomorrow on. We're going to have a lot of great Christmas music. So if you're cooking for the holidays and doing your thing, please turn us on, and it'll help you get through it while you bounce around and cook. It'll put you in the mood. So
right on. All right, y'all. We love you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys. Don't forget to hit that like button on your way out if you haven't done so. Share and let everybody else know. Invite other. Yes, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, New Year's, and Feliz Navidad, and all that stuff.
That was a lot to type.
It's a lot. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys on the next one. Be blessed, stay stress free, and we'll see you.
Stay unusual.
Stay unusual, y'all.